All right, new diamond training number 2 is leadership is about mindset. So what I always say is, you guys have heard the quote, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And so I love that saying. I love that quote more than anything, because what is in between these two ears, it can be the biggest asset or the biggest liability. So leadership is about mindset. And you guys, when it comes to business, there are 2 mindsets. You can have an employee mindset, or you can have a business owner mindset. All right, so you guys, in this business, you've got to have that business owner mindset. You guys are the CEO of your business. All right, you're the CEO. You're the top dog. You're the one who your business will succeed because of, or you're the one who your business will fail. So you've got to have that business owner mindset. You know, we all know, like, when you go to work, like an employee mindset, have you ever seen the Undercover Boss show? That show? That one's crazy. So yes, you guys. So there are 5 key attributes to a business owner mindset. The first is being positive and optimistic. I want you guys to write these down. So there are 5 key attributes to a business owner mindset. The first is being positive and optimistic. I always say people don't like negative Nancy's or Debbie Downers. They love positive Patsies. So you guys, you've got to be positive, optimistic. Look at the glass as half full, not half empty. Like, just be positive. People are drawn to that. There's so much negativity in this world that people need positivity. And so people are drawn to that. So the first key is being positive and optimistic. The second one is being unwaveringly consistent. You guys, you will hear that word more than any other word in this business, is being consistent. Consistency is the key. Unwaveringly consistent in everything that you do. You guys, Melanie Mitchell, the top coach, she was at NLC and she told us, she says, you guys, in the beginning, she says, not one person showed up to my team calls. Not one person would show up to my business opportunity calls. Not one person would show up to my team. She's like, not one person, but she says, I showed up every single week. She says, it made me grow as a leader. She said, it made me become better because I prepared. And she says, every single week I held them, no matter if it was one, if I was just on there by myself, or one person, or 2 people, or 3. And so she was unwaveringly consistent, and look at where she is. You'll notice, you guys, you can literally, like, you can call out everything she does before she does it, because you know what's going to come. She is the most consistent person on the planet, I swear. So being unwaveringly consistent is number 2. Number 3 is being proactive, all right? Not reactive. We don't want you to be reactive. We want you to be proactive. Nip those problems you foresee in the bud. Don't react to them. Be proactive. All right, that's number 3. Number 4 is solution-oriented. All right, solution-oriented. Business owners have that mindset of being solution-oriented. People can name out problems all day long, but it's those people who find solutions who are the true leaders. So being solution-oriented is number 4. And number 5 is takes responsibility. All right, you guys, I want you to make a pact right now that you will never blame your business for failing because of your upline, or because of your team, or because of this, or because of that. Take responsibility, all right? Your business is going to succeed because of you, or it's going to fail because of you. Take responsibility, all right? So those are the 5 key attributes of a business owner mindset. Being positive and optimistic, unwaveringly consistent, proactive, solution-oriented, and takes responsibility, all right? You guys, we always say, one of the big, huge sayings in this company is, the speed of the leader is the speed of the pact. All right, so I'm sure you've heard that before in your team calls, because I've heard it a million times. The speed of, yeah, you have it written down already. The speed of the leader is the speed of the pact. All right, so you guys, if you are asking your team to, to invite every single day, and to build relationships and connect with people and attract people, and do your posts and hit Success Club, if you're asking your team to do that, you better be doing that yourself. So if you are running, they're going to run. So the speed of the leader is the speed of the pact. I always tell my leaders, I'm like, you guys, I said, you need to ask what you want to ask your team to do certain things, but I'm like, you always want to do more. If you're asking them to hit Success Club 5, you want to hit Success Club 10. If you're asking them to recruit, 3 coaches a month, you want to be recruiting like 5 to 8. So always be willing to do a little bit more than you're asking them, all right? The last thing we're going to talk about is the 3 disciplines of leadership. All right, there are 3 disciplines of leadership, and I want you to write these things down. Okay, the first discipline is being completely committed to a desirable outcome. All right, you guys, that is huge, like being completely committed. All right, none of this having one foot in, one foot out. Like people always say, when I joined this business, I was like, all right, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to give it 3 months and just go all in. Because those are the coaches who are like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. They see how if they go all in and just like, I'm like, don't dip your toe in. I'm like, don't put one foot in. I'm like, jump in, fully clothed, head first. I'm like, jump all in, be completely committed to that desirable outcome. It makes it so much easier when you're, trying to decide what you should do. Jeff Hill, he was on the National Wake Up Call, of course, leading that, but he ended with 3 P's that he said all the leaders had. He said they all have a purpose, they all set their priorities, and they are all productive. So you guys be completely committed. If you want to go, 5-star elite this year, if you want to go 10-star diamond, if you want to go 15-star diamond, whatever your goals are, be completely committed to that desirable outcome, and you will get it. If you're completely committed to that goal, you're going to get that outcome. So that's the first discipline of self-leadership. The second one is controlling the controllable. We talk about this all the time here, is controlling the controllable. Michelle Myers, she is one of the top coaches in the network. She was at NLC, and she was up on stage presenting to, these thousands of 2-star diamonds. And she says, how many of you think, oh, my downline just sucks? Or how many of you want to wring your coach's necks? And everyone just busted up laughing so hard, because we've all thought that. We've all been there. But you guys, I always tell my leaders, I'm like, don't waste your energy on trying to control someone else. I'm like, you will never. I love the saying that says, think of how hard it is to change yourself, and then you'll realize what little chance you have in changing someone else. So I'll say that again. Think of how hard it is to change yourself, and just think, like when you're trying to develop good habits, think of how hard it is to change yourself. It's hard to change. So then you'll realize what little chance you have in changing someone else. I'm like, you have 0 chance on changing someone else. You have like negative chance. So you guys controlling the controllable is huge. I always tell my coaches, because they call me really frustrated because they can't get their team to do this, or they have this coach that has so much potential, but that coach doesn't see it. And I'm like, Kate, you cannot waste your energy there. I'm like, bring those coaches on, bring those people on, recruit the coaches in, set them up to succeed. But then you cannot control them. You cannot control what the outcome is going to be of their business or how they're going to do. So controlling the controllable, all right, that is huge. I always say control the controllable and influence the rest, all right? So control the controllable and influence the rest. That is huge. And coaches call all the time and say, I'm so frustrated with this and this and this. I'm like, okay. I'm like, if you're asking your coaches to hit Success Club, make sure you are hitting it. If you're asking your coaches to attract, connect, and invite with people every single day, then make sure you're doing those things. So make sure you're doing all those things, because a lot of times I'll ask my leaders, well, are you doing those? Well, and so you guys, it's just all about control the controllable. You're the only person you're in control of. And so this brings me to my first call to action assignment, all right? My first call to action assignment for you guys is make a list of 5 to 8 activities that you are in control of. Like, what are the 5 to 8 things that you can do every single day that you are in control of, all right? I want you to make a list of those 5 to 8 activities. Those 5 to 8 activities that you're in control of that are going to help you grow your business, all right? And that's what I want you to post in the group. The key to this is I want you guys to do those first, all right? A lot of times coaches fall in the trap where they get up and they've got all these emails from their team leaders, or they have like these calls from their team. And I'm just like, if you start getting to that team management mode before you work on your stuff first, you're never going to have enough time. So get that list of 5 to 8 activities done and out of the way, and then you can focus on other things. Because right now, you guys, when you're diamond, you should be spending at least 80% of your time on your very own business and recruiting, and only 20% of your time on your team. If you found that you've got those numbers flopped, take it back, where 80% of your time is spent on recruiting in your own business and 20% is on your team. We'll have a whole training about that. And so Do those 5 to 8 activities first. They're going to grow your business. They're going to take it to the next level. Do those first. Get those out of the way, because you guys, you will never have enough time. Your day will just like fly by and you'll be like, oh my goodness. And then you'll find yourself, my business is not growing. I'm not finding people, because you don't have enough time. There's only so many hours in the day, so use that time wisely. And I'm sure you guys, you're probably moms, you have full-time jobs. There's a million other things that you guys are, being bombarded with all the time. So make a list of those 5 to 8 activities that you can complete control of. Do those things first, all right? The third self-discipline of leadership is being fully accountable, all right? Accountability is huge, and it's how we turn good intentions born of willpower into life-changing habits. It says studies say that up to 90% of the things we do on a daily basis are rooted in our habits. So you guys, I want you to be fully accountable to 2 people, all right? I want you to be fully accountable to yourself, because you guys know when you set goals and when you push, you guys know if you're giving it your all or not, all right? So be fully accountable to yourself. A lot of times, like I told you, when my leaders call me and we're talking and they're struggling, I'm like, well, are you like, if they have this goal and they're not reaching it, I'm like, all right, well, are you doing this and this and this? They're always like, no, I took off this, or I didn't do this, or this. And so you guys, be fully accountable to yourself. And the second person is to be fully accountable to a success partner, all right? If you don't have a success partner now, you guys, I want you to get one. It can be anybody. It can be your upline. It can be someone on your team. It can be someone from this group. It can be anybody. It can be somebody who doesn't even have to be in the business. Find a success partner, someone who's going to push you, who's going to help you reach your goals, who is going to push you to be better. All right, so find a success partner. I call your success partners, I'm like, they're like little battle buddies. I'm like, they're your little battle buddy who you want to be in this battle with. And so you guys find someone who you connect with. Let's see, I'll get to the questions at the very end. But find someone who you connect with, who pushes you, and you guys get a success partner. So that's your call to action number 2. All right, call to action number 2, I want you to find a success partner and then post in the group who that is. All right, so those are the 3 disciplines of self-leadership. Is number 1, being completely committed to a desirable outcome. All right, if you want to reach this certain goal, then be completely committed, you guys. Just like I said in the beginning, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. If you set a goal and you think you can do it, you'll do it. Put in that work, put in those actions, and you will get that result. If you think you can't, you're like, oh, maybe I can. Like, be confident and go for it. All right. Number 2 is controlling the controllable. All right. Controlling the controllable and influencing the rest. So call to action number 1 is creating that list of 5 to 8 activities that you are in total control of, that you can do every single day, and do those. All right, you guys. So if you get nothing else done for the day in your business but those 5 to 8 activities, that is a total win for the day. I always talk about, like a lot of times you'll get down and discouraged in this business. I'm like, but if you've got those 5 to 8 activities done, that is a total win, and you should be so happy about that. All right. So do those things first before you concentrate on anything else. Number 3 is being fully accountable to yourself and to your success partner. So that's call to action number 2, is to find a success partner and post that in the group. So I'll post it in the group. Call to action number 1, with making a list of those 5 to 8 activities you are in complete control of, doing those every single day. And call to action number 2 is finding a success partner. So guys, with that being said, I'm going to check that's the ending of New Diamond Training number 2. So I'm going to, okay, you've tried for a year and they've all quit on you. Okay, no worries. You know what? Just keep finding new ones. Keep finding new ones. You'll find that person who you totally connect with, who would just loves it. It's a lot like coaches. Like you'll find people come in and out of this business, but the ones who want to stay, like, you guys, it's amazing. So find someone. Just find someone again. Don't give up. Find someone who wants to run with the business, and it can be someone from this group, someone from, like the Northeast Diamond Group. A lot of times people say, I don't have anyone. Then I say, post on the Northeast Diamond Connection page, which you should all be a member of. And it's kind of like a dating website, just be like, this is my name. Like, these are my interests. These are my goals. These are what I want to do. I'm looking for someone who, kind of has the same goals, who wants to push hard like me. And you'll get answers there. So yeah, you'll get people saying, you know, I need one too, or whatever. Okay. Let's see. Kendra, what do you mean? How do you like it? Want to try it out? Can't remember. What are you talking about? Oh, the ultimate reset. I bet you were saying that. Love it. It's unbelievable, you guys. I'm not kidding you. I'm a total emotional and stress eater, and I love sugar. Sugar is my drug, and I have noticed the cravings just go down like crazy because it's so funny, you guys. Your body is so smart. If you are not feeding it properly, fueling it with the right nutrients, it knows. So if you're eating, you know, like I love treats. I love sugar. I love treats. Anything baked goods, and I would rather eat that than something else, even though I know it's not as good for me. But your body's it is smart. So you're constantly hungry. You get those cravings all the time. But where I'm feeding it exactly what it needs, the cravings have gone. That's the biggest thing that I've noticed. The cravings have gone down so much. Sleeping better, like mind clarity. Like it's so crazy. Like my mind just feels so much better. Like not so much fogginess of the brain. It's crazy. Okay. You have Chandra create to a coach account. I'm not sure. It should I think it should update within the day. So yeah, just keep checking your back office. It all depends on like what kind of reports they're running and all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, it'll 24 to 48 hours. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, awesome, you guys. Any other questions about anything? Any questions about your call to action assignments from last week? The Elite Goal Guide, the Vision Board, anything like that? Go ahead and unmute yourself, you guys. If anyone does.
I just had a quick question. I unfortunately missed last week.